Hey, fellow wargamers, it is I, Heretic of You, and it is very late at night. It is 11:40 my time, and this week, no battle report, because we were working on a dystopian table. I think I mentioned this in a previous video that we were running Dystopian Wars for the IE Comic Convention, which is the first comic convention for the Inland Empire. So, I think I'd mentioned that the club was going to run Dystopian Wars, and we're actually teaming up with the Adventurers Guild. They're going to be running this zombie game, which looks pretty cool. So if you are a SoCal gamer and you kind of want to check out Dystopian Wars, it's like $10 and it's at the Fox Theater, and it's going to be tomorrow. So I'm actually going to stay up late and upload this as soon as I'm done filming. Anyways, quick story about this table. Basically, it was built in a span of 48 hours. 48 hours. And the reason being was I spent so much time just playtesting the game in real life, and you know that always comes up and everything. And before I knew it, it was like, hey, the con was coming up in this weekend. So I threw this together with the help of my compadre Bob Dole, and we came up with this. So this is going to be a scenario-based game. So let me go through the train real quick. The idea is we're going to be running Dystopian Wars, and we're going to be running like a kind of fast and real fast version of the game. So we came up with the idea of kind of like this betrayal of the alliance of Prussia and Empire of the Blazing Sun. So in this kind of small islandly place, the Prussians have established a military base and a factory. I don't know if you can see that, but you got little factory buildings, and even started a couple of greenhouses, which we're gonna say are farms. And if we look over here, a kind of city, complete with this Capitol building right here. So the Prussians are establishing, or extending their empire, and they're actually, for some reason, pissed off their ally, the Blazing Sun guys, and then the Blazing Sun guys are going to be attacking. So, a couple of quick notes. These pieces are from the Firestorm Armada, and basically we just took one of their bases. Comes in a really neat blister. $20, you get all the terrain you see here, all the terrain. And I actually just bought it tonight, and me and Bob painted it up. So it's not, it's really quick and dirty dry brushing, but I think it came out pretty damn good. I'm no Viv at the Battle Bunker. I mean, he's just amazing. I mean, his dystopian table inspired me to do that, and this is actually might as well take a time to give him a shout out. I mean, if you haven't checked out his channel, he I believe it's the Battle Bunker, and he just does amazing things with terrain. So Most of the train is obviously made from pink stuff or blue stuff, the polystyrene foam. I did, however, I never got a chance to use this terrain piece from GW, which was like a fantasy hilltop. But I think it works nice as an island. It's pretty cool. So, oh yeah, I'm getting off track here. So the way this game is going to work is there are 4 objectives: the city, the base, the factory, and the farm. And they're actually going to have hull points, or in this case it would be like hit points, and ACAC. And then we'll have assault marine. So the idea is instead of point base, which would be like a normal game of Dystopian, I destroy a squad, I claim their points, or I capture their ship as a prize and I get double the points. If you played Dystopians, that's how a normal like pickup game would work. But when you're running an event, people are usually coming and leaving, and maybe they'll stop by, roll a couple dice, and check out the game for a little bit. They're not going to stay around. So we just thought of this really easy kind of objective-based game, which is Empire of the Blazing Suns are going to attack these objectives. So they have hit points, and they have assault points, and they have ACAC. Basically, each objective, if you look close enough, actually has the turrets, which worked out great with the Firestorm Armada train. You see these little turrets here. Little turret there, little turret there. Each one of them has turrets, so they can defend themselves against attacks against an invader, such as those guys on the other side of the table. So you don't really get any points for blowing up the frigates like you normally do, or any of the cruisers or whatever. It's a attack and defend scenario. So the victory conditions are as such: if the Empire of the Blazing Sun eliminate, either by capturing or just straight out blowing it up, they've got to blow up all 4 objectives, the game is theirs. If the Prussians concede, they've won, obviously. So those are the 2 conditions. For the Prussians, they just got to keep something alive until the end of a predetermined, I want to say 6 turns, or the Empire of the Blazing Suns concedes. So that's the basic premise of the game. It's pretty easy. However, I did not get a chance to test out the scenario to see if it's balanced. But it's just like it's kind of like an intro game, and the idea is just to get the word out and let people know that, hey, this is a really cool game, I enjoy it, and it's, you can pick it up at the Adventurers Guild, and you could even play it there. So, all in all, I am extremely happy with the way the table came out. Considering the time constraint, there's a couple things I do want to do, which is probably put a varnish over the water to give it kind of that shiny effect. I probably want to go in bigger maybe a dry brush and build out of hardboard, maybe like beach areas around each island to make them look more like an island. And eventually, and this is for Spartan Games, come out with the new units, so I'm waiting for the land units, because the book says that the table should actually be one of these slabs more. There should be a fourth slab, which, discussing with Bob, is going to be a huge landmass, we figure, and we're probably going to buy more of these blisters here of that base, and just build a city on it, and then have the land ships and tanks and stuff just battle it out on land while the naval vessels come in and blow each other up, and then you can see land, sea, and air. I really can't wait. So Spartan Games, come on, man, just come out with the units already, because I am loving it so far, and I can't wait to see what a land, air, sea battle would be like. So well, I got a couple more minutes here before 12 o'clock, and I'm going to upload this real quick while my mind is still kind of in the right place, because I got to wake up early and drive down to the convention and set this all up again. There are going to be the tiny tokens. I just didn't want to pull them out right now, but there'll be tiny tokens, some cool special rules. I thought, well, if the Prussians' tiny tokens are within 4 inches of this base, they actually can refuel or reload. So the Prussians kind of have an advantage there. Oh yeah, the reason I chose the Empire as the attacker and the Prussians as the defenders is that the Blazing Suns have a lot of rockets and can just link fire and shoot at these objectives from a distance. So it only makes it fair to have ACAC on all of the objectives, to sort of make it a little bit tough for the Empire to just blow up an entire city, or the base, or whatever. If the roles were reversed, if you're familiar with the game, the Prussians have turrets, which you don't really you can't really defend against. So if the Prussians were on the other side of the table, they could just shoot with turrets ablazing and just blow these objectives up. What else real quick? So there's kind of special rules with the objectives. You can assault, like a little frigate comes here and assaults, and there'll be stats for the scenario representing maybe a defensive force on the ground to deal with an invasion. These are not active units, like you can't activate them on your turn. They can only act in defense, so they can't link fire, they can't do anything. All they can do is just react when a defender comes. Also, you can't use torpedoes on any of these objectives because it just doesn't make sense. So rocket fire, turret gunfire, that kind of stuff would all work, and assaulting, concussion charges wouldn't work. Anyways, real quick, I've got just a few seconds here. Come check us out tomorrow. If you had, $10, you're SoCal Gamer, I will see you there. You can meet Cenobio, and you can meet me live and try this for real. See ya.